Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. How to insert an element into an array. Yes, this video is all about insertion of an element into an array. So before executing the program, first let's see how this program is going to work. First, I have an array called as A and I have some indices and I will add some elements into this array. So this is an array, right? And I want to insert some element into this array and the size of the array would be 5. And suppose if I wanted to insert an element in the last position of this array, it would be I want to insert the element number 2 in the last position. Is it position number 5? No, it is position 6. And why not 5? Because there is already an element present in the position number 5. So you just can't remove it or replace it with 2 because insertion means we should add something and not replacing. I will make you understand with an example. Suppose you go to a bank for some your personal work and you see a long queue there. So where do you join the queue? You go to the last position, right? Or will you just push someone and stand into their position? That's completely wrong, right? So if you want to insert something in the last position, then it would be of course in the last position of an array. So to insert an element, first we have a condition called as position should be lesser than or equal to n plus 1. That is nothing but my position is 6 where I am going to insert the element number 2 and that 6 should be lesser than or equal to n plus 1. What is n plus 1? 5 plus 1. N is nothing but the size of the array. So 6 is lesser than or equal to 6. Once this condition is satisfied, it says we have to enter A of position is equal to element. It is nothing but position is 6 and LE is 2. A is nothing but the name of the array. In the 6th position, we are inserting the element 2. So this is how my array looks like after inserting. Is it all over? No. We have to increment the size of the array because once we inserted an element, the size of the array will also increase, right? So we will write n is equal to n plus 1, nothing but n is equal to 5 plus 1. So n becomes 6 and I'll write the indice A of 6. Now we have learned how to insert an element in the last position of the array. So what about inserting an element in the middle position? Let's learn that. First we will introduce a pointer. Suppose if I wanted to insert the same element 2 in the position 3, we will take the position 3. First I will introduce the pointer called L and I will place it in the last position 5 and I will say A of L plus 1 is equal to A of L. That is nothing but A of 5 plus 1 is equal to A of 5. So where is L? L is in the 5th position, right? So 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. In the 6th position, element 5 will go in the element 5 will go in the 6th position. 9 will come here and this space will be emptied. So is this our required position where we have to insert the element? No. Again, we have to decrement this pointer because there is no element to transfer it below. So we will to decrement that L, I will write L is equal to L minus 1 and L will go to the up. Again it checks for this condition. A of L plus 1 is equal to A of L. What is 4 plus 1? 5. In the 5th position, A of L, A of 4 element will transfer. 5 will come here and this space will be emptied. And again it checks whether is this the required position. Again if it is no, then again I will decrement my pointer and again I will bring the 7 below. And yes, this is the required position. Yes, in the position 3 I want to insert the element number 2. Then if I wanted to stop the decrementation of this pointer, then I will use a condition that L is greater than or equal to position. That is nothing but 3 is greater than or equal to 3. 3 is position of the pointer and this 3 is the position where I wanted to insert an element. So once this condition is satisfied, this looping will stop and I will insert an element A of position is equal to LE that is A is the array name, position is equal to 3 where I wanted to insert, LE is the element which I wanted to insert. So after insertion, this is how my array looks like. Is this over? No, we have inserted an element, right? So of course we have to increase the size of this array. To increase that, n is equal to n plus 1 we will write. So 5 becomes 6 and I will write the indice of the array. So if you have understood, then let's go to the program, because if you don't understood this concept, then it would be difficult for you to understand the program also. If you didn't understood, then please do watch it once again. We'll go to the programming page now. So coming to the programming screen, I have already kept few things ready for you. That is, I have created an array of size 10 and the array name is A, and I have a pointer called as I, and n for storing the size of the array, and LE for entering the element to be inserted, and P is the position to insert that element. Now I will ask the user to type the number of elements. See out how many elements. LEMENTS. See out how many elements. And I will store that number of elements in n. And I will ask the user to enter the elements. Enter the elements. And don't worry about capital letters or small letters, because whatever you type in the double inverted comma, it is going to print the same to same. For I is equal to 0, I am writing this because I wanted to store the elements in order wise. I should be lesser than n, then I plus plus. Scene A of I. Here my element is going to be stored in ordered wise, starting from 0 to the n number of elements, and I will increment I plus plus after storing each element. And I will ask the user to enter the element to be inserted. Element to be inserted. Element to be inserted. See in LE. First we'll collect all the data, then we'll start the body of the program, and the position where I want to enter that element. Enter the position. See in, I'll store that in P. See in P. Now I'll say if P is greater than n, that is nothing but if position is greater than our number of elements, then of course we'll say it is invalid position, because our position should not be greater than number of elements, right? So invalid position. Else if this condition fails, then we'll start our program. I will introduce a for loop. For I is equal to n minus 1. I am using a pointer called as I, and I will place it in the last position. And if I is greater than or equal to position, until my I pointer matches to the position P, then I should be decremented, I minus minus. If you have watched the video clearly in the previous screen, then it would be easy for you to understand this. Then I will transfer all the above elements to the below elements as according to my required position. A of I plus 1 is equal to A of I. After transferring the elements, and once the pointer reaches my required position, I will insert an element there. In the A of position, I will insert LE. A of P is equal to LE, and n is equal to n plus 1. After the element is inserted, I will increment the size of the array, because I have inserted an element, right? So I have to increment the position. And now we will print the elements. The elements after insertion are for, again I wanted to display them in the order wise, so I am using for loop. I wanted to display starting from the position 0 to the I should be lesser than n, then I plus plus. Cout, now we'll display it. Cout set w4. This set w4 I will explain you while executing the program. Set w4. Even without this also you can execute the program, but I will explain you why I am writing this set w4. Now here my program is complete, so it's time to run our program. So before running, I'll compile and show you whether I have some errors or not. Unexpected. Here again I will compile. So you can see here I have no warnings, no errors. Now I will run my program. So it is asking me, or it is asking the user to how many elements are present. So I will say 4, and it is asking the user to enter the elements. I'll say 5, 6, 7, 8. I have entered 4 elements, right? Now next it is asking me enter the element to be inserted. I want to insert the element 3, and the position is in the second position. I want to insert the element called as 3. So after insertion it is going to display me. So as you all see that without displaying, it just went off because I have not used the command called as getch there. It is calculating all, the element is inserted, but it is not just displaying because I have not used the getch command. To use this getch command, I have to use conio.h header file here. I have already typed conio.h and I have cleared the screen, which will erase all my previously executed programs. Now we'll run the program again, and I will type all the required data. So you can see the elements after insertion are, it is displaying 5, 6, 3, 7, 8. Before it was 5, 6, 7, 8, and now it is 5, 6, 3, 7, 8. I have inserted 3 in the position 2. Now I will explain you why I have written this set w4. So without writing this set w4 also we can execute our program. I will show you set w4. So I have removed the set w4 and I will run the program again. See, the program is executed. See, without writing set w, this is how my program executes. The element is inserted, but there is no space between the numbers, right? So to give a user a productive and a good look feel, I'm writing set w. Set w is nothing but set width. I'm using some width in between the elements. You may use set w. Instead of set w4, you can use set w7 also. Set w7. 7 gives a larger wider output. Alt R. Set w. W means width. Set w. Alt R. 4. See, I have used set w7. You can see the space between the elements before using the set w and after using the set w. I hope you understood the difference of using the set w. This is why we have to use set w. Without using also set w or set width, you can execute the program. I hope you understood my way of teaching. If you like the way of teaching, then please do subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to press the bell button, because as soon as I post my new videos, you'll get an instant notification to your mobile phone. Thank you.